Hello, everybody. Welcome to the next session of All Quiet on the Serisian front. Before we get anywhere into the session, we must first give a player an opportunity to earn a point of inspiration by giving us a recap. And I believe our volunteer today is Pen.
It's going to be patchwork, just like my repairs on the Brahma. I'm pretty sure we opened up repairing the Brahma. This thing can't catch a fucking break. We did a quick repair just so the gyroscope part of the pointy part cannon stopped spinning uncontrollably. And after we got that up and running, we basically just we're on a crunch time. We're surrounded by enemies. We kept pushing forward. Uh, we tried to be a little subtle, stealthy at first, kind of spreading out, but like within range of each other. Zed went around a tree, saw some enemies, and then backtracked, but unbeknownst to him, a follower of the Star Assassin just materialized like an anime protagonist and just actually just destroyed him with a flail in like one or two hits, like almost completely one tapped him. It was crazy. And Ricky and Selena came to the rescue there, patching him up and driving her back a little bit. On Ren's side, the weird ghost king next to that ship that was beached summoned like a whole basic mini army of ghosts basically, and Ren was like, "Oh boy, this isn't good." Some combat happened. It got to Belle's turn, and she heard over the sending box that the offshore naval support was ready to fire if we've signaled. And um, after being corrected numerous times on how to use a fucking flare gun, I fired it, and it was a little too close to home, and it kind of rocked everybody's shit. Everybody took varying degrees of damage, but it cleared a lot of the board, so you're welcome. And almost killed everybody, but we all lived up into that point. After that, combat continued to happen. Ren got dropped by the Star Assassin, and then through continued close quarters combat was eventually slain. And we just did our best to get rid of all of the antagonists on the board so we could bring him back to life. We knew we had a revivify potion, so we were hopeful that we could bring him back, but we knew that time was a factor. And while he was waiting to be resurrected, he was in this weird kind of astral scape where he could see like Anth from a distance, like it was far away or he was high above it, and it was just kind of like, spinning as planets do. And there was this fucking dragon thing. I don't know. He was opalescent. Probably had something to do with the opal in his hand. And was basically talking about, like, he was like, "Are you giving up?" And Ren was like, "I don't want to. Are you going to bring me back?" And he was like, "That's not really in my hands. Uh, it's up to your party members. But, you have an opportunity here. Once you get brought back, like, I can fundamentally change you." Basically was the conversation, and Ren was like, "Okay, like, I've only known shit so far. Sure, what? Bring it. What do you got?" And we're still not 100% sure what that will ultimately do, but Ren got a feat of the gem dragon, which lets him be telekinetic or telepathic or something. I listened very closely, obviously. Um, Ren got revived. We went back to fixing the Brahma because all of the hostile combatants on the board were taken care of, and the rest up further ahead seemed to be fixated on the beacon that is still standing. So we took 10 minutes to set up the next naval blast and repaired the moving portion, the glide slab of the Brahma, so that if all shit went tits up, we could at least flee. And then once we were certain we could move again, even though it's at like 20 feet per round, we called in the flare, or Zed did. He flew up and fired the flare basically at the beacon, like point blank. Like, that is where the bulk of the firepower is going to go. And that's where the session ended.
That's right. Well done. You've earned a point of inspiration. And as I pull you back over to the road to Gorgonfell, well, First things first. You have fired this flare. And as before, its radius is massive. I will show you. I think you can see. But I'm not sure. Let me see. Yeah. Just for the sake of argument, I'm going to turn off token vision so you can see just how big a difference this is.
Oh.
That is the radius of the volley that you've called in on the flare.
Basically
Big.
perfectly placed. We've got like one straggler up here.
And now, I have math to do. Now, in advance, I've already calculated the damage the volley does. What I have to roll now is how many marks of the volley the different radiuses receive. So we're going to find out just how many of these bad guys are still alive. But so as you know, if a creature gets hit by every single volley, they're going to take 272 points of damage.
Fuck yeah.
So,
That's a lot of damages.
a moment while I roll some dice. First, we're going with the inner radius, which is the maximum possible damage. Okay. 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 Boy, if I was rolling these as stats, those would be some crazy d6s. Unfortunately, none of the creatures in the interior radius are hit with every single volley. But it doesn't matter. They are hit with enough. These two Minotaur skeletons are immediately slain. This white survives slightly. Not by much. Okay, these zombies all die immediately. Ghast survives barely. This white dies. All right. The beacon takes a lot of damage.
Yeah.
I'm going to describe all this for you in a cinematic repose as soon as I get all this math calculated out. But that is what the beginning of this session is going to be, is lots of numbers. Now we're on to the second of 3 radii. Yeah, now to... Yes, okay. 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 Sorry, I didn't do this very effectively, did I? These all are dead. This greater zombie's alive, this Minotaur skeleton is alive, and now we're on to the final radii on this side, and also those in the house below.
Sorry.
Yes, how dare you? Okay.
I think my hyper caffeination of today is finally crashing out.
Well, you know where the iced coffee is.
Yeah, I do, but I have to go
I guess you have to be
tomorrow, so.
reasonable.
I could make decaf cold brew, but
But
I
that would
haven't yet.
defeat the purpose because you're tired.
Well, some of the purpose.
Still tastes good.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Here is what happens. As the volley comes crashing in around the flare, all of you are looking out from atop the Brahma and from the sides of it. And as you watch, as the smoke fills the air, as streams from cannon fire come bolstering in from over the seas, the noise is a staccatoing echo of thunder, just of these 3 different ships, full broadsiding at this flare. And as they hit in this huge radius, you watch watchtowers and buildings, structures, and what used to be homes are immediately disintegrated into just broken wood, brick, and mortar as they collapse to the ground. This small, what looks like a stable, immediately in front of you, is immediately reduced to rubble. And as it falls, you see that there were undead inside of it that are just collapsed underneath the destruction. The actual structures that were more brick and iron built in the main stretch look like they are still standing, but I wouldn't go into them, as they are no longer stable, as dust and roof tiles just onto the ground all around it. The actual armies of the undead in front of you are pulverized. What once looked like a horde now appears to be a pulpy mess of ichor, bones, and rotten flesh, as the only creatures still standing are those hardy enough to withstand multiple cannon strikes. You see there is a frost giant, a minotaur, and a couple small undead still roaming. And now that the turbulence of all of this cannon fire has struck through, they are still up and they are aware of you.
Mm-hmm.
And the remaining force is what you guys have to roll initiative against. Which isn't much, but, you know, it is what it is. So...
Oh, I'm 100 feet in the air. I forgot.
Well, that was
Yeah.
a hell of a thing.
A moment while I add you guys to initiative.
This would probably look so cool being 100 feet in the air watching this. Whole
Yeah,
situation.
you just
Yeah.
watch this cloud of thick gray dust just up from this massive barrage. And you hear the cheers coming from the vessels at sea as they're like looking through the spyglass. They see the devastation on the undead that they created with the cannon fire.
Oh, I didn't mean to zoom.
How dare you?
We all get to see you. I get it. You're special.
Party face.
That's true.
Another one bites the dust.
Zed.
That's all I have stuck in my head.
But the beacon thing is still there. That was not
beacon-
impacted.
The beacon was hit many, many times. And now it almost appears Like, it looks damaged, but it is still standing and still emitting energy.
Okay.
Do I remember if, like, my force damage hurt the beacon?
You remember that what really destroyed the beacon was cutting it off from its connections. Force
Yeah,
damage.
it basically imploded, right?
Yes. When you deal force damage to the beacon, you remember seeing it disintegrate undead around it.
Okay, yeah, 'cause I
sustain
remember we shot it with a cannon, with the Brahma once, right? And did that do anything? Didn't that explode
It leached the undead in proximity. Only when the control was wrested from it did it. It
A
had
big
like
explosion?
a pulse
Okay.
wave, basically, that we were
Okay.
too close to last time because we didn't know fucking do that.
Zed, it is your turn.
I can fly 60 feet. So I'm flying. I can't technically see over there, but I'm 100 feet up, so I can fly. I don't know if I should shoot them.
Oh, so you're way above that cart that's blocking your view?
Yeah.
I can just...
Oh, with Pythagoras' theorem for me, I
Mhm.
don't think I can hit anyways. Let me get my calculator out. I'm gonna dash this turn anyways because I don't know if there's anything I can do regardless.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to keep a wide berth of it actually. I'm gonna action dash there.
Because if it breaks and that radius goes off again, you don't want to be fucking next to
I
it.
don't remember what the range was, but
It
that's
was
fine.
decent. I don't know if it's as big as the carpet bombing, but
No.
it had a
It's not
radius.
as big as the volley.
I am going to. How far are these? I don't think I can-
Echo, can you remove the stencil for the volley?
I can.
'Tis my turn. We are so far.
Big map. You could wait for your allies to get closer.
I'm gonna, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna hold an action in case any of these come within my range. Just Eldritch Blast. Let me Pythagoras it up.
Pythagoras.
Okay. A moment. This unit needs to be in the thing. Alright. Bells, it is your turn.
Well, she might as well move forward. The Brum is moving at 20 feet per round, right?
Yep.
But a crew action can action dash it, so
Yes.
it could go 40. She would like
Indeed.
to move up because I'm pretty sure that even 40 feet won't jeopardize our. We're so far away from the fight. So everyone's moving forward.
Okay.
And then she's going to look at everyone and say, okay, the beacon is still there. Are we just going to keep blasting it? Anyone? Ideas? Thoughts? I know Zed is too far to confer with us.
Seems like the logical idea.
Just keep shooting it.
I don't have a better idea.
Neither do I.
Well- Well,
Try using the crown again.
it worked before. Does anyone think that's a terrible idea? Speak now or forever hold your peace.
I mean, the only problem is what happens if it don't work. But if you feel confident, then, you know.
I've done it before. And I think Regal and I have a good rapport going, right, Regal?
Oh, yes.
Okay. I'm going to take that as genuine.
I can't believe I'm trusting the rapport that you've established with your hat.
Well, if something goes wrong, you're here, right?
I'm here.
If I start acting strangely, like attacking you, just knock me unconscious, okay? Because I think that's what will
yeah,
happen.
that's how that'll go.
Regal, do we need to get in closer?
Let me see how far you are. She says, yes.
Can I use my action to push the Brahma even further, or is that the Brahma's full movement?
So the Brahma moving and then action, like crew action moving, is all it's got.
How closer do I have to be? Regal.
She says we can reach it within 120 feet.
How far are we? It is 100 and... I have to zoom in a hell of a lot. Echo, your arrow went away.
Sorry. You're 130.
I'm
right
literally
now.
10 feet out of range. Okay, well, next turn then is what Bells will do.
Okay. Ren.
That's all I got.
Class.
He might be muted.
Too far away to do anything.
The Brahma is crippled in its effort
Yeah.
to move forward. It is okay if you guys hold actions and stuff, you know.
Yeah.
You don't have
I'm
to
gonna-
overextend yourself.
I'm gonna hold my action. Hold a firebolt for anything that comes within 120 feet.
Okay.
That's it.
This white moves here.
That's in my range.
Okay. Go ahead. Make your attack.
It's gonna sacrifice itself to the beacon.
Only a 13.
A 13 is only not enough.
Okay,
Aw.
next attack.
Okay.
That one hits.
Nuh-uh.
With a 23?
Yeah, yeah, it is.
For 9 force damage.
Oh, shit. All right. As it's running to the beacon's radius, the white and is killed.
Nice.
Good. I'm pretty sure if they enter that radius, they're gonna help repair it. So,
Gotcha.
good shot.
Very nice. That was my held action.
Okay. That's the white's turn. It dies.
Poor guy.
It fails on its one remaining mission. Selena, you're up.
I don't think. Yeah, it's too far.
What happened to all your sniper rifles? I don't think anybody
I
ever had a sniper rifle.
Left them in my other pants. Yeah, I'm just gonna hold a shot
Okay.
for
You hold your
something
action to
get
fire.
close. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna say our sniper died.
Yeah, but she never had a sniper rifle.
Yeah.
This frost giant skeleton charges forward.
Heck.
Is that it? That's all it's got. Okay. Ricky, you're up.
Far.
I think I will stick with the Brahma for now. And just, I guess I'll ready my hand axe in case anything gets within 60 feet.
Okay. Just you're readying in action to hurl your hand axe at something's face.
Yeah, but I think I'm going to wait to get closer before I do anything.
Okay.
And are you driving the Brahma?
Yeah.
Did you move it up or not?
I moved it
I did.
for you.
It moved 40 feet up,
Okay.
but I let Echo move it so
it's
everyone
just
would
a-
go at once.
Big map.
Yeah.
All right. It's
That's a
this
big boy.
greater zombie's turn. It's going to shamble into the radius of the beacon. And as it does, it collapses. And the beacon glows brighter.
Slurping them up.
Dang it.
It is now this Minotaur skeleton's turn. It charges forward. A little faster than the giant. Are you actually in range for a stone? How far are you? 100 and...
100 feet up. You need to use Pythagoras.
I do. Hold on.
Those calculators are weird.
If only I paid
For
attention
my
in math.
120, it turned out to like 85, I think.
I know. Hold on. I think you are in range for it, but I just got to check.
What's the hypotenuse?
So C would be 60, A would be 100. Solve for B.
Okay. Yeah, you're just in range. Zed, it throws a
Lose
rock at you.
concentration.
Nice.
Or you will fucking die.
That's a 19 to hit.
Shield.
God damn it. All right.
Whew.
So, this Minotaur skeleton's just running forward, and as it sees you up in the air, Zed, it just picks up this big, like, it's like a frickin' Atlas stone, and just flings it at you. And as it's flying towards you, you're like, there's no way. There's no way. And then it just gets
Oh, shit.
closer and closer, and you're like, ah! And shield goes up. And it, like, creates a crater in the ground below you. And the Minotaur skeleton looks up at you and doesn't say anything because it's a skeleton. It's now Aaron's turn. Aaron.
116.
Oh.
Did you do it?
I'm looking. What is the range of the main cannon? It's
I
pretty.
guess
It's 200, 600. She can hit it. She fires the cannon at that Minotaur skeleton. And she rolls a natural 1.
No, Aaron.
Hold on. I gotta roll and see if the gun misfires. It does not. It just misses.
God.
The cannonball. Like, you hear this as the turret just, like, turns right as she pulls the trigger. And the cannonball just, it's like slams into one of the buildings. And you see the roof just crushing
It
in on
survived the barrage just to get hit with his cannon.
Ah, shit! Sorry!
We'll get a little closer.
All shaky. She loads the next shell. All right. This Ghast is going to surge. He can make it. He runs right into the radius.
Damn it.
And he perishes. Okay, this white is going to spend its turn channeling. Zed,
Yes.
it's your turn.
I'm gonna shoot the one that shot me.
Well, it tried. And shot is a
Tried.
strong word.
Shot. He shot me. Boom. That hits. 26.
It certainly hits.
Oh. 11 force damage.
Okay. It's
Second.
barely up.
Okay. Second one, 21.
Yeah, that still hits.
8 force damage.
The Minotaur skeleton crumbles into a pile of bones.
I don't want that big one throwing something at me. I'm gonna retreat back 20 feet.
That's
That's
fair.
a good idea. You don't think
Okay.
he can move 20 feet forward?
I do, but Pythagoras,
Pythagoras.
let's go 25.
Hypotenuse.
I want to be able to hit him still.
Never underestimate the power of the hypotenuse. Bells. Oh, wait, does that
Okay.
give a bonus action?
I know. I'm okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bells, you're up.
She's going to move 40 feet forward. So everybody else has a chance to do things.
Okay, let me just, there you go.
And she's going to pop her head out of the hatch to lock eyes with this beacon and say, "Are you ready, Regal?"
I am ready when you are. Certainly this will go better than the last time.
Don't fail me now. She's going to focus on this beacon.
The instant you focus on the beacon. It is not like it was last time. It is as though your entire conscience is suddenly taken over by the vision of an elderly-looking human. Seated in a comfortable chair, you see this man looking at you.
He looks nice.
Yeah. He does.
We've seen him before,
You have.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And as you suddenly feel like you're in this room with this man, you hear, There you are. I warned you. I warned y'all that I'd be ready for you. Waiting. Shame you all had to just keep prying. Really? Whoa. Calm down, music. A few good, stubborn soldiers like you are what it takes to turn the tide of a war. Suddenly, everyone in the Brahma, Bells turns and looks at all of you. Her eyes are glowing green. Her muscles are slack. Selena, you don't see any color in her face. You don't think she's breathing, as these words are not coming from her mouth. She says, I'd like to make an offer for you, for all of you. Well, all but this one. She's spent. Soon as she reached out to cut off our little connection here, the Mythalar slurped her right up. Also a shame, too. Smart one, it looked like. Thalia, take that little trinket of yours and bring it to me. I'll consider you loyal. I'll even command my forces to leave your vehicle alone. Let you drive right on up to my front door. You deliver me that crown, and I will personally see to it that all the crew of Razgar's Revenge, every one of you, bound to that hunk of iron, all of you will live to see the end of the war. Carve a little slice of peace and harmony for you out of the land we take. There'll be no dead knocking at your door. You'll be seen as friends of the followers. What do you say?
I'm not there, folks. This
You're
is
not.
on you
Yeah, you're
guys.
This is on everybody else.
Zed, you hear some strange voice coming out of Bells, and you turn and look, and you see her floating, eyes, you don't see her eyes, but there's a
the
green
Brahma?
light. Yeah, she's floating out of the hatch.
She's a speakerphone right now, the announcement speaker.
Basically, you can't quite hear what she's saying, but
Okay.
you're pretty damn confident something went wrong.
Oh man.
Selena, Selena had her rifle out to shoot at if there was a zombie that came into range, and she's kind of staring at Bells, and her lip kind of pulls back from her teeth, and she sights on her, and she's gonna fire.
Oh.
I mean, Bells did say, if I start fighting you guys, you know what to do.
I mean, she said to knock her out, not to shoot her.
Well,
but
this'll sure do it.
All right,
Uh,
Selena, you're gonna fire on Bells. What, Ren? What are you doing?
Oh, I guess this that wouldn't trigger my firebolt, would it? No.
If you want it to trigger your firebolt, it can. Are you gonna firebolt Bells' body?
Mm,
what have I done?
Yeah, what?
no.
Okay, so what do you do?
He was about to ask, "Why are you doing this? Why are you starting a war?"
And meanwhile, Selena's pulling the
What?
trigger. Fuck.
When
last
you
part, that's
ask
about-
that, so Selena, you shoot Bells. Roll an attack.
So
Oh,
I
you
think
know,
Ricky
like-
would probably try and tackle Bells. I don't know if that matters, but if Selena is shooting, I think Ricky's diving at. I don't know if I'm within range to do that, or if I'm outside the Brahma right now and she's inside.
So
but I
you're
think
no,
Ricky
she's
would
floating
tackle to
out.
try and
I
rip
had
the
opened
crown
the
off her.
hatch.
She opened the hatch and she was looking out of it. And then ever
Okay.
since this possession happened, Bells' body like floated up out of the hatch. Her feet are just out of the hatch. She's just right above it. So you could absolutely
Yeah.
tackle her. With a
if
21,
I-
Selena, roll damage.
Yeah.
Go ahead and so you're going to tackle her. You leap forward.
So I didn't know if Selena would hit me or Bells. I guess is the reason I spoke up.
Selena's got a really good aim.
Okay.
But
Yeah, I rolled a 21. I mean, it's not.
Oh yeah.
with 8
I'm not
damage,
trying to hit 8. Yeah.
as you dart forward trying to tackle Selena, you watch as a gunshot right through Bells' chest. Blood slowly seeps out. The heart
Oh, God,
wasn't
it's a
pumping.
corpse. That's a corpse.
Oh.
That's what happens when you shoot a corpse.
Ugh.
As you've leaped forward to tackle Bells, it's limp, but it's suspended, like it's hanging in the air. And as you grab it, you feel the soft fur of her body just sliding between her arms, and it just, and you slide all the way down onto the surface of the Brahma.
Can I go like try and knock the crown? Like as I tackle her, is that too much?
As your hand touches the crown, you hear in your head, "Help, I can't separate." Regal can't come off. As you shoot Bells, as you try to tackle Bells, Bells' body like slowly turns and looks at Ren. Well, this war was a long time coming. And if you really want to know why it started, you should ask the man you call king. For it was his forefathers that set the first stone, that drew the first blood. As for your little friend here, examples have to be made. I gave y'all a warning, and I keep my word. But I think this was answer enough. Until we meet again. The light shuts, and Bells' body falls flat, and the crown ting 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 starts rolling across the floor away from her. And in the instant that this happens, the beacon goes out, crumbling into the ground. Bells, you are dead.
In the Peter Griffin collapse pose.
Sure. If that's how you want your
why
last
are you
moments
like
to be.
Selena's gonna wait. We're still in initiative?
We are still in initiative.
So I'm gonna shut up.
Ren.
He's gonna pick up the crown with a free action.
You're going to have to move to do that. It rolled 10 feet away.
Okay, easy enough. He does it, and he runs back to Bells. And he looks to the people within who has the Revivify potion. Don't all
used
answer at
mine.
once.
I used mine.
There's another one.
I must still have one then. So if I have it, I'll throw it to you.
Well, hold on.
It won't matter. She's
He
not
was-
in there. She's gone.
He said Mythalar? This is more than 6 seconds. I'm sorry.
It's fine. It's a tense moment.
Okay.
But Ren, you've called for the revivification potion. You all hear Regal in your head say, "It won't work. She's gone."
Like when she says that, when Regal says that, he is already he caught the potion, and he already like unstoppered it, and then he freezes. And with one arm, because he's got the strength to do it, he's just gonna cradle Bells and bring her into the Brahma.
Okay, you pull her into the Brahma. Oh, shit!
He slumps into the seat and looks through the hatch, looking up at Zed.
Doc is on his face. Just eyebrows down, mouth a little agape. It's just stuck in the moment.
I think that's probably your turn, Ren.
Yeah. He's just gonna hold on to Bells.
Selena.
Can I do an Arcana check for what he said about the Mythalar and her being spent?
Are you proficient in Arcana?
No, because I'm a dumbass and I built an artificer who isn't proficient in Arcana.
Are you proficient in history?
Let me check. Fuck. No, I have medicine, investigation, insight.
You don't know what a Mythalar is.
I don't have a clue what that is. All right.
Bells would have.
Yeah, well, you're not speaking at the moment.
Yeah.
But I know what it looks like when. I mean, I knew when that blood oozed instead of pumping. That was already a corpse when I shot.
Yep.
How much time? I mean, this has only been like one round, right?
It's literally been like 10 seconds at this point.
Okay.
We're being a little
we all
flexible
heard-
with time because of the speech,
trauma.
but
Yeah. Hell. Selena drops her gun, and kind of scrubs her hands together a little bit. It ain't her. It ain't her anymore in there. Never lost a patient quite like that. I'd like to look her over and see if there's any sign on her body of what killed her. Medicine check.
go ahead and roll a medicine check.
I don't know if this counts as battlefield medicine. No, not really.
No.
Okay. But I'm still gonna do it.
Like roll.
With a 23, you are confident. She was a little injured, but none of her injuries account for her death. Her body looks like it just gave up. It is as if all of her mechanical functions just stopped all at one time.
Turned her into a puppet, then cut her strings. I don't think Selena's doing anything useful this round. She's
Okay.
She was performing her spot check on that. She'll focus up in a sec, but I think that for this moment she is dealing with that.
The frost giant skeleton staggers as the beacon suddenly shuts down. As the wave of energy suddenly cascades out from it is stopped, this giant skeleton looks confused for a moment, and then it seems to reorient its senses, and it continues charging forward. Zed, it sees you, and it's going to throw a rock at you.
Okay.
Because you are the only target that it can reach.
Pythagoras.
Natural 20.
Does natural 20 always hit?
Yes.
Okay.
In combat, on attack rolls, a natural 20 hits no matter what your AC is. Just like how a natural 1 fails no matter what your AC is.
I'm immune to crits, though. I'll take it.
It just means
regardless.
it's a hit. It doesn't
But
mean
if you lose your concentration, you're falling 100 feet.
Yeah.
I,
get
do
that.
you want an inspiration?
No, not at all. It
Okay,
makes sense
okay.
that I would get in that 20.
That's
As I'm
true.
staring at Bells.
You're facing the wrong direction.
I'm not even looking at him. Anything else probably wouldn't make sense unless he just missed.
the dice are telling a story. Okay. That's 18, 23, 29 points of damage, Zed.
Oof.
As a big ass rock like slams into your upper back.
I made it on the
Good
first
roll. Good
You
roll.
succeed.
one. Yeah, I get advantage.
You maintain your flight despite the surge of pain.
I'd like to say as he gets hit with the boulder, he still doesn't break eye contact with the Brahma. He kind of just like sees it in his peripheral and braces.
Okay. That's all it can do. So, Ricky, you're up.
Ricky can't do much to help Bells, but Ricky is proficient in land vehicle and
Yeah.
has just never used that skill. So I think Ricky will get behind the wheel of the Brahma.
This
Gotta
is,
move the
I
blocks
think,
out of the
the
way.
first time Ricky has ever sat in the driver's seat of the Brahma.
It
and
is.
it looks an awful lot like the old Serisian control gliders that they used to have near Port Sanctuary.
Port refuge.
Port
So,
Refuge.
yeah.
Timeline.
So if this works, I think Ricky is
You can
gonna
just drive the Brahma.
just look at Selena. I mean, like I think Ricky has just gone like no expression, right? Like this is just another person has died in front of me. So no expression. Just look at Selena and be like, "Do it, you can," and I'll get behind the Brahma and just keep driving north.
As you start driving in the direction of the Minotaur skeleton, you hear from above you, Aaron in the driver's seat, like sniffling and says, "That's right! Go after that son of a bitch!"
Oh, Aaron.
So you can move the Brahma a full 40 feet if you use your crew action to move it. Is that what you do?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so that is here. The Brahma just plowing broken carts and carriages out of the way. As you finish your turn, Aaron is like slamming the breech of the cannon home. And you just hear, "Fuck you!" as the cannon fires again at this Minotaur skeleton. Natural 20.
Yeah.
Did I hear
Avenge me.
23?
Fucking God.
Avenge me.
Oh.
68. 68 points of damage.
Damn.
6d8 or 68?
68. I will reveal to everyone.
That's a lot of damage.
That's a cannon crit. As the cannon on the top of the Brahma roars, the skeletal head of this frost giant skeleton just shatters into bone shards, as it had 32 hit points, and it is destroyed.
Hi, Orange.
I needed to hug a tabaxi.
It is now this Deathlock White's turn. No longer channeling to the beacon, it flies forward. As it comes into view, it reaches a finger towards the Brahma, and I need Constitution saving throws from Selena. I need 3 con saves from you, Selena. Sorry.
Okay, this is gonna go well. 1, 2, and 3.
So that's a success and a fail. And a fail. So you take... Hold on. this twice. Selena, you take 14 necrotic
That's half to 7,
and 17 necrotic.
which is half to 8.
So you take 15 damage total.
Okay.
Zed, it's now your turn.
I'm decide what he would do.
Hi. Surprise baloney.
Wow. Lied. I guess. I don't know, Pythagoras. I go 25 feet, but straight down towards him. Whatever you want
Okay.
that map to be.
25 feet down and over?
Yeah, just like straight down as far as I can go. That 20. Like, so I'd probably be like 30 up or something. I don't know.
Oh, 25 over
Like,
and straight
I
down.
fly 60. Yeah, 60 feet
Got
down.
it.
60, 25, whatever that math is.
Yeah, we'll say you're 30 up.
They're getting hit from that run of that. I look over. Still pretty shocked and distraught, but still in combat. So he's got to do what he's got to do. And as I'm flying down, still kind of fixated on her in the Brahma. Gonna Eldritch Blast the Ghost. That makes sense. 14. Probably doesn't hit.
It hits.
Oh, it does?
It has 12 AC.
Sending almost blind shots at its direction. 12 force.
How do you do this?
Oh, nice. I sent 2. Not looking.
They both hit.
fixated on. Yeah. As he's kind of flying down, paying almost no mind and just letting it instant take over. He's just fixated on them down there in the lifeless body, and he just sends 2 shots sporadic.
As you send them sporadically, everybody else sees this spectral form of a Deathlock White as it is hovering and approaching, its hand extended with this necrotic energy coming out of it. The first bolt, like right into the face, like right where the nose would be, and it begins to just like, it's clear it's been destroyed. The body of it is twisting and like winding, somersaulting backwards in the second bolt, and it just scatters into ectoplasmic dust in the wind. You guys are out of combat.
Who's holding? Bells?
Ren, I think.
Yeah.
Ren has her. Sorry. Words are hard.
Yeah, he's just slouched in a seat inside and just kind of putting
Lena,
Bells' paws over her chest. He puts the potion away.
Selena's
but,
just finished doing the examination, and she kind of stands up and backs away and kind of rubs at her mouth. I'm going to take another look at my other patient.
What the fuck happened?
She's dead.
She tried to
I
take
see
over
that.
the
What
beacon again.
Did anyone recognize the voice?
I mean, I think I'm the only one who've talked to it previously.
Yeah, Zed is the only one that heard
Sorry,
it.
okay, I couldn't remember.
Something took her over after she was dead. I know she was dead because I shot her. And she was already gone. It took her over. It was using her like a puppet. Talking without her voice. It was fucking unreal. Tried to persuade us to do some treason with Regal.
It was him
Different
again,
treason. Fuck.
More treason.
then. It was him again then. Last time I used Regal to stop one of those. He talked to me. I was able to wrestle control, but he's no fucking joke. I think he's one of the leaders, commanders. And as he's kind of talking, he takes off his like leather jacket and kind of tucks it over Bells while Ren's holding her. No
Mythalor.
shit.
Mythalor.
Says
Mythlar.
Mythlar
Got
3
it.
times. Do I know what a Mythlar is?
Anybody proficient in Arcana can roll Arcana.
Yeah, he's saying it over and over, trying to think about it, and he even like gives himself guidance. Ren does, to see if he
Not me.
can search his mind for the answer.
Not the Zed man.
Selena is pulling out her tools,
5.
and just like getting ready to start tackling more repairs on the Brahma because she needs to do something,
Oh, the Brahma needs repairs.
and it needs it. Yeah.
With
And
a 13, Ren, you don't know what a Mythalar is.
Never
so I'm
heard
gonna
of
do
it.
an investigation on the beast.
As
Here.
the fields and the sea grows eerily quiet out here, you begin to search over the Brahma to see what immediate repairs it needs. It's a lot. 4 of the batteries are down for the count. The magical resistance module is not working. The armor is beat to hell. It needs to be reworked. Their earth guarding slab is functioning just fine. And it has enough power for it to operate soundly with the 2 Banasite batteries that currently exist, though one of them has been discharged and needs to be recharged, which is a simple process. It's something anybody can do, not just you. The cannon is functioning properly. The ammunition supply is safe and not in danger of blowing up. So,
All right. I guess the most urgent thing to tackle, well, I think the magical resistance system and the armor, the batteries, recharging the one is something anybody could do.
yes.
But I'm not gonna. I'm gonna just start working, and if somebody wants to get involved, that's fine. But Selena recognizes that there's some mourning happening right now, and not everybody is going to want to interact with that by immediately hurling themselves into work.
While
So-
Selena is working on the Brahma, you all are aware that it is quiet here, but it was very loud, so this might not be the safest place to stop. Ricky, what are you doing?
I think, Ricky's going to wait for a command from someone else, but if people seem to be like stopping here, I think Ricky will go over to see what she can do to help Selena. Otherwise, Ricky will stay in the driver's seat and try and find somewhere else for us to go. But that would have to be like a command from somebody else. Otherwise, Ricky will just go over to help Selena.
Yeah, I'll get to... You see,
Wait.
Zed's kind of just still staring at her, tucking his little leather jacket around her. And you see his face twisting a little bit with like deep thought and contemplating his decisions that had a part in this. And I should have gave her the fucking ground, man. And then reality kind of snaps in on the whole situation, the bomb going off, the road ahead, and he kind of like tries to force his face straight, hide any emotion. We got to get moving. We can't make repairs here. We have to get somewhere safe that's gonna draw every undead in the region to us.
We're limping.
We'll figure everything out. Is the Earth Glide working?
Great.
Yeah, she fixed the slab.
We need to get somewhere else, or else we're gonna get overrun. He's
We're
kind of
limping,
holding
though.
his whole side because he just got hit with a boulder.
All right, let's patch you up as we go.
Get moving first.
I mean, that's all it takes, and like Ricky's like getting things going.
Brahma begins to move as Ricky drives it, and you begin to patch the wounds on Zed. You all can hit the heroic recovery, as initiative has just ended, and if you have hit die left.
I don't. I have 0 hit die
Oh
left.
man.
I'm afraid you cannot use heroic recovery until you've completed a
But-
long rest.
So I
Can I
can't get my
use-
You
my first
cannot.
levels
You
back.
cannot short rest until you have at least one hit die.
Okay.
But I can use this combat medic thing, right?
You can use it on anybody that you have not used it on yet today.
You've
Did I
definitely used it
combat
on
medic
Zed.
you last week?
You did.
Yes, you did.
I did.
Zed has been
All right.
taking
He was-
a beating.
When he had like 1 hit point.
I'm
Yeah,
going
I
to-
remember
as
now.
you start to try to work on me, I'm like, no, just don't worry
Nah,
about it.
you're
Just gotta
already-
keep moving.
you-
we got
you've
bigger
been-
shit
you've
we
been-
gotta worry about.
He's like
You've been
half
through it.
bandages and stitches already.
His whole
Yeah,
chest was
I'm kinda
ripped open with that
Just
flail.
refusing your help. Just, you gotta
She
get-
just kind of
come on.
starts putting. She's like shaking her head and putting her needles away, and yeah, all right.
Regal, can you explain why the potion wouldn't work?
There is a long pause. Very long delay. Until finally all of you hear in your mind. That man did not just wrest control. He used the beacon as a siphon in order to extract Belle's soul from her body. There was nothing I could do. It was more powerful than any attempt Belle's could have made to resist. He was ready. The instant that connection was made, it was as if Belle's mind was opened into a whirlpool of magic.
That beacon was a trap.
What did he say? What did he want?
Regal.
He said her soul was in a mythalar. What is a mythalar? Does anybody know? Regal?
Yes. A mythalar is a gift from Magos, an ancient magical artifact designed as a focus for the weave. It allows one to endlessly concentrate upon magic, any number of magic spells. It also can act as an entire font of magic itself, as if a living entity it can cast its own spells under direction.
The hell are they doing with any kind of divine gift? That's bullshit.
They likely found it.
We gotta
Okay.
find it back.
The Lady Aktesh coveted one that was responsible for the floating of the Isle of Zephyr.
Holy shit.
Regal, is it possible to release the souls from a mythalar?
I don't
If
know.
we preserve her body, can we get it back?
To a mythalar, a soul is a spell component. I don't know.
That bastard said she was spent. I don't know if I believe him, but if that's a spell component, well, can't reuse those.
The first time I made that connection, one of those, I think I caught him off guard and he wasn't expecting it. I don't think we can ever do that again.
I think you're right.
I'm not attuning to any of you. Ever again.
No.
Did you feel it
Yes.
when he took her?
I will not be responsible for the loss of another comrade.
Welcome to being a soldier, Regal.
This is no war like the sort I was crafted for.
deserve to be in this same as any else in the living. But I get where you're coming from. We gotta find a safe place for you, Regal. Gotta make sure you never get into his hands.
You'd better not.
Is there such a thing as a safe place?
Pandemonium.
That doesn't sound safe. That sounds
For
like the
you.
opposite of
That's
Would
what
you
it
be
takes.
safe
That's the
there?
goal.
I mean, they wouldn't. I guess they probably wouldn't go in after. Well, I don't know what they'd do.
It does not matter what they would do. To
They would be able
find
to
something in
find Pandemonium.
Pandemonium is up to the outsider only.
I don't know the first thing about how to access Pandemonium.
Learn.
Hell.
Ren will look through Bells for some sort of goodbye note or letter to her family.
We're
Well-
gonna have to find books.
Bells?
Mhm.
Did you have any of the sort?
Bells didn't have a note. You can glean that she may not have assumed she was ever going to die. She was so fresh to the front lines.
I know you were thinking about trying to preserve that body so that we could find her soul and put it back in, but I think it may be more important to make sure that that body does not walk. I think we need to make sure she gets her last rites.
We need to get somewhere safe then.
Yeah.
It was never like this. None should ever feel so helpless. That magic could rend and twist a soul.
What
This
happens
is
when the
not
gods
how it
abandon
should
us?
be.
I'm sorry, Regal. This feels so much exactly like every other death I ever failed to stop.
I
Gods
felt it.
abandoned us a long time ago.
I felt her go. I saw her vanish before me. Like you could never see.
I think we know exactly what you saw. Seen it a couple dozen times over in the past year alone.
It's one thing you learn when they're on your table. Sometimes there's no matter what you could do, no matter what measures you reach for, no matter what stitches you put, or how the bones go, or how the organs seem like they ought to be made to work again. Sometimes you just can't. There's nothing more you can do. That's death. That's entropy. That's an ending. Doesn't have to be the ending of your will. Nothing can end that.
She did not deserve this.
None of us do. Don't matter what you deserve. It just matters what is. Tell you one thing, that man who was talking with her, well, not with her mouth, but talking through her, he offered us a fucking trade. I gave him a trade. I gave him a bullet. He took that for the message it was. If we ever find that guy, I'll give him another one.
I saw Ash's soul as it separated. I saw Joe's soul as it separated. I wish to be left alone right now.
Fair enough.
You see the crown of Aktesh tarnish
No.
I know this is going to be hard, but Ricky, you're the longest standing member of the Razgar's Revenge. There's no note on Bells, and if I remember correctly, her brother was here too. Maybe you can write the note for Bells to her family.
I could do that. Unless Ricky wants to. Kind of the surgeon's job. And I was the one who failed that operation.
I'll help.
I'd welcome that.
Yes.
I mean, Ricky's been listening to all of this while just like staring straight ahead.
Yep.
Right.
I'm actually going to move the map
While
because you guys have been
driving.
driving this whole time.
And I think, like, especially when Joe gets mentioned, when Ash gets mentioned, you'll hear just kind of like a bit of a sob from the seat, right? And like Ricky will do like a big, like, you know, run the hand across the nose kind of thing. And then when you say that, Ren, Ricky still like just staring straight ahead will just say, yeah, I can. We get somewhere safe. I can do that.
All right.
Hey, Ricky, what is your passive perception?
It's not much. I think it's like a 10.
Okay. As you were.
Don't worry about it. Where the
12. It's a 12.
fucking books?
Yeah, that's something. Okay, so as macabre as it might be, on on Belle's person, there is the all-purpose tool. I think a +2.
Yep.
There is the tome of intellect. There is a repeating rifle, I believe.
Uh-huh.
As all this, like, morose recovery and mourning over the loss of Bells is happening, Aaron dutifully begins to separate the useful belongings that you all can still use from the personal effects of Bells. She looks at the repeating rifle, which was taller than Bells was. That might be a little beyond me. Who wants her old glass cannon? It would be dishonorable not to use it.
If I knew how, I would.
How fucking hard is it? You put it to your shoulder, you pull the trigger, and things die.
That kind of puts.
You
a
don't know
hand
how to shoot?
on Aaron's shoulder, kind of down. What if we get some hooks and prop it up as a reminder?
All right.
Right up on the side, right by your hatch.
For emergency, ring the bell.
Oh,
That's cute.
the bell.
I'll take that book.
Yeah, I bet you will.
Won't do her any good now.
You'd want to put to good use.
God's
The
no,
only
we
note
need
on
it now.
Bells. The only note on Bells is bury me with the book.
We already had one book stolen from us.
Joke's on you. I never learned to read. She just tears the note up.
That is spotter scoping, trying to find a spot for us to.
Roll perception.
Yeah. To hunker down.
That
and get some
all-purpose tool would
repairs.
also probably be really useful for fixing this
Yes.
Brahma.
It would indeed, yes.
So-
And for
I'm
yourselves.
Lena is just gonna like scoop
Ye-
that up, fold it up. Like I'm gonna
There's
try
also
to use this.
34 plus 1 ammo.
That sounds very useful,
A 14.
but I don't need all of it.
Zed, with a
If I'm
14.
the only one with a gun, guess we can keep it with the emergency gun.
With a 14, you notice a few things. Firstly, the road beyond the coast, the beach that you just fought on, it is torn the fuck up. There was battle here, a lot of them. And you recall in your briefing talk about a siege towards Gorgonfell that failed. This looks an awful lot like where that probably happened. The amount of destroyed carriages, carts, wagons. There are a few destroyed Brahma on the road out here. As you're driving, something catches your eye. Nestled into a low hill on the side of the road, you see red hair peering out from underneath a long cloak. But you notice the cloak is shifting slightly.
Do I notice any markings, anything that would like signify allegiance? If this is an undead, if this is one of those fucking priest demon things, if
The hair looks awful clean to be undead. It's dirty, but it looks like that belongs to the living. The other thing you notice is that as the Brahma is quietly gliding nearby it, the cloak suddenly lowers, and a halfling woman's face is like peering up from underneath the cloak.
you got somebody living over there.
Living's a nice change.
How far away?
At this point, 40 feet off the side of the road, so about 60 feet from the Brahma.
Stop, Ricky! Stop the car. No, stop the problem. Stop the car.
Stop the car.
Stop the car.
What is it now?
Yeah.
We got somebody living. I don't know if this is friend or foe, but if somebody we can help, we're gonna do it.
I swear to the nine hells if this is a trick.
This is a trick. Cover me.
The turret of the Brahma
I got you.
like turns a full 90 degrees, aiming straight at the cloak.
I'm gonna get out of the Brahma and I'm in their direction. You friend
Maybe
or
we
foe
should
of
have-
living?
All right.
Pen, what do you say?
You asshole.
You're here. Thank the fucking Ember. Oh, I thought I'd never see another friendly face again. Can you help me out? You Serisian?
You friend or foe of the living?
Oh,
We're having a rough
shit!
day
No,
there.
no, it's been two. I'm my friend. I did not mean foe. I've been out here for 2 days. Please have some mercy.
Yeah, step out. This is not the day to fuck around. If that's what you're looking for, you found the wrong people right now.
Don't take me as discourteous, but I'm not doing much of stepping. I can't get up.
Can I just see her head? I guess.
Yeah. She has a cloak like over her. It's like tucked in under rocks around her. Looks like it's there to keep her hidden.
Who's behind the cloak?
Me.
Drop the cloak.
Take it off of her.
This is what you see.
She look injured.
Oh, yeah. She looks real fucked.
Selena.
Yeah.
We need you over here. We got somebody hurt.
Her legs
Ren.
are splinted, but poorly and in the wrong direction.
It's so hot. First off, sorry. Let's start there.
Yeah, he is super hot.
Selena, we need your help. Red, if you can give some backup. Ricky, just bodyguard in case
Selena-
this is a trap.
Can I shoot her?
No,
Please
No, she
don't.
she needs help.
Selena will climb down with her medical bag.
Hey, you ever heard of a gloomstalker?
Yep.
Those bitches will drop you.
Yes, they will. Yes, they will.
I'm about where I was dropped.
Who?
Yeah, all right.
You got
I'm-
nobody with you?
They couldn't take me with them. We were fleeing.
Well, that's a shitty
Walk.
roll.
They
If Selena goes over, Ricky's
covered
gonna
me.
be like, if it's been 2 days, she probably needs food.
Did you say food?
I'll like, pull some like rations out and like
Oh, I
shove
fucking
it
love some
into
food.
Selena's
Get us
hands
some
as she
hydration.
goes.
Before you eat that, let's get you some hydration and
Selena, with a
you're
10
right.
on your medicine check, she is dehydrated. She is starving. She has 2 broken legs, fractured right, like the right leg is fractured at the shin, left leg is fractured at the femur.
these bones are gonna heal wrong with these splints. You gotta fix that.
Well, I just assumed I wouldn't be walking again, so you guys are excited for sore eyes.
It's possible that you won't be walking again. It's possible that I'll need to amputate, but I don't know that yet.
Okay, well, let's share a few
I'm not gonna
prayers
start
and
there.
maybe this will come out well.
I'm not gonna start there. What's your name, kiddo?
Scalda. Scalda
What?
Barrel Brew.
Why don't you describe what you look like, Scalda?
I have a little paragraph. Scalda is fairly tall for a halfling at 3'6" and broadly built, weighing in at about 55 pounds. She's naturally athletic and works diligently to maintain her physique, or maybe she did before both her legs shattered. Her features are sharp and fine in contrast to her well-built body. Her face is conventionally very pretty, although it is marred with burns at various stages of healing. The scars stand out starkly against her tan skin. Scalda's eyes are a piercing blue, almost colorless, the kind that when you like make eye contact with, they kind of bore through you. Her hair is burgundy red with kind of like, you know, when light catches it, it's a little gold, kind of like it's on fire. Her hair is in a high ponytail, but it's like she has not seen a mirror in some time. It's matted, it's caked in dirt, it's plastered to her sweaty forehead. She has not had a lot of time to groom in the past couple of days or weeks. And she's wearing full plate armor. That's probably dented in some places because of her fall. And there is a very particular symbol on her chest that looks like a flame, but it's black in color, and in the center of that flame is a ruby. And she has like the marks of like Serisian army, like she is clearly a soldier.
All right, Scalda, we're gonna need to get you out of that armor so that we can take a look at these legs and see if there's anything we can salvage.
That'd be great. Thanks.
Ricky, Aaron,
Ricky,
all of us, let's keep a firm eye. If you want to get her some food first, we'll be vigilant. Look out.
Ricky's gonna look around and just be like, do we want to do this here, or do we?
We don't want to move her without doing something about this.
Okay.
I see anything fucking moving, it's gonna get blown the right fuck up.
Scalda does not move after that.
That's my girl. All right.
If any zombies heard that, try me.
Okay. So in terms of what to do about these legs,
Just please tell me you can save them.
can I?
They need to be rebroken and
They
splinted
definitely
properly.
need to be rebroken and reset. So this is going to be a lot of pain.
Once they are reset, you're confident that you could careful medic her to the point where she will heal properly.
Okay.
But it's going to require that setting first, and it's going to suck. really bad.
All right. So the first thing that I am gonna do. No, wait. She's dehydrated. That's a bad idea.
Do we think a greater restoration potion would help any of this situation?
If
We
you
have
want to
one.
spend a greater restoration potion, it would heal
Like,
her.
we have like 4, don't we?
Yeah, we do.
And I'm gonna grab one out of my bag. I don't know how this shit works with that, but here, this might help. And I hand it to Selena.
Also, I can give you a hand, Selena. And
All right,
he'll
well-
he'll pat
Ah.
Selena's shoulder and give her a guidance.
All right. Well, thank you. But if we're gonna use this, if we're gonna use the big
Use
guns here, then I'm not gonna be needing that much. But
Just in case.
all right. Well,
She's one of us.
so using the greater restoration is not gonna fix her broken legs, is it?
It'll make it so that you just need to medic her,
Just
basically.
need to medic her. Okay.
I would really
All right.
appreciate you not breaking them again. First time, I wouldn't recommend.
Oh, never. Yeah. No.
Not
Rebreak
preferable,
is
no.
rebreak is just about as bad as you're imagining it is, and anyway, here you go. Don't spill any of that. It's expensive.
Oh, I can take
And she-
81 gulp.
Okay, so she's gonna drink the greater restoration, and I'm gonna.
It is the fanciest potion you've ever seen. It's
They don't
not
call me
ornate.
Blue brew for nothing. And she just dunks it.
As you drink
then-
the restoration potion, you feel this incredible, refreshing feeling pass through you. Your throat is suddenly wet as though you have been drinking from a beautiful Clearwater spring. Any pangs of hunger, which was tearing a hole in your stomach, is suddenly gone. You feel awake and alert as your exhaustion is gone. You feel a sudden crackle as the cartilage in your legs seem to like magically shift the bones around. Doesn't hurt, but it feels extremely strange.
And that's a 28 on that medicine check.
With a 28, your max health is restored to normal, and you
Oh
can
my
heal to 28 above where you were. So you're still not full, but your legs are no longer brutalized. They're
Let's get
tender,
her,
but you can walk.
Thanks for that magic boost. I really felt that in those last minutes there with the splints. Let's get her up and into the Brahma. She's still got some recovering to do.
Thank you. You're all a real blessing.
Glad we
Just a
found you.
physicer.
Grab it.
Certainly, but something brought you here.
There ain't no fucking blessings out here lately.
No.
Well, you
What brought
maybe
us
just
here? It's a very unfortunate situation, but we got to get somewhere safe. We got to repair
It's-
our Brahma, repair ourselves.
Yeah, you any good at metalwork?
How long have you been here?
Can you fire a gun?
well,
What's your
Been there
specialty?
long enough for
Uh,
that.
Everybody, let her be. Come on.
gun? No. Metalwork?
Move up.
No. What was the third question? How long have I been out here? 2 days. About as many
This
times as
seems-
the sun has risen.
This seems like a safe enough place if you've been here for 2 days.
Well, things have been shambling by, but they thought I was a rock. I just had to keep quiet.
It's a little exposed if a fucking Gloomstalker dropped her here.
It was. We were supposed to siege Gorgonfell. Maybe you've heard of it. It did not go as planned. When
Wish
we
I
were
had.
running back, our formation was broken. People were running every which way. I got picked up and dropped off. My sergeant found me, patched me up as best he could, but he had to retreat and said he'd come back for me. That was 2 days ago.
Son of a bitch.
He left me with his cloak. That helped.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean your sergeant. I just kind of meant the situation.
Oh, certainly.
So we were supposed to be the front lines for the siege. I didn't know we had others ahead of us.
No, we were the ones weeks ago. I'm assuming you were probably sent to pick up our pieces.
It's good.
We're a scout, basically.
I see.
We're
I never
jumping.
traveled in a Brahma before. This should be fun.
Brahma. There's no
I said Brahma.
You said Brahma, you fucking fresh
Sorry.
meat.
Coming from a halfling your size?
You want to make something of it?
No, I wouldn't recommend that. What'd you say your name was?
Called a barrel
Scarlet.
brew.
You lost someone today.
I'm
Oh.
sorry to hear that.
Less than 20 minutes ago, however ago.
To Penn's old PC.
I bet they were awesome.
Yeah.
They had a mouth on them.
That as well.
Well, that can be charming.
Ego to match.
That can sometimes also be charming.
It wasn't charming, but she was one of us, and that's all that matters.
I like it. I appreciate loyalty. Are we moving?
Oh, let me just. Selena's going to use prestidigitation to help Scaldo with the fact that she has been
Oh my
flying
god,
under a
thank
cloak
you.
for 2 days.
You are truly a blessing sent.
Yeah, you don't smell like ass anymore.
Get the pits.
Yeah.
I actually... I'm no stranger to cleaning myself up, but I'm so tapped. I didn't have nothing left.
What's your specialty? What do you do?
Well, she knocks on her chest. I can fight. Know my way around a good weapon. Have a little bit of magic at my disposal. Granted to
All
me,
good
of
things.
course.
Granted to you.
Mm-hmm.
Give me your
By
character.
the way of learning or by the way of something else?
By my god.
There are no gods.
Oh, that's what they always say. Well, that's the whole point of me. Spreading his
That's the
word.
whole point. That the whole point of you.
You might have heard this phrase before, long time ago. Have you ever heard of a paladin? A
No.
holy knight? Fighting for their lord's tenants?
Ain't nothing
Sure.
holy nowadays.
Usually involves a little bit harder drugs than I'm usually carrying on me.
In the very old stories,
Mm-hmm.
yes. But there hasn't been a paladin for a long time.
That's right. I'm one of the last.
Where the fuck you been?
Well, the thing about paladins is they're sent on divine missions as dictated by their gods. I'm on mine.
And is it to get dropped?
God.
That was an unfortunate circumstance. But the whole reason you guys found me is because you were led to me.
The whole reason we found you is you were lying in the middle of the dirt.
Yeah, you happened to see me when nobody else did. And you healed
Because everybody
me.
else around here is a fucking zombie.
Hmm. But they could have found me first and they didn't. I'm being watched out for.
Well, whoever's watching
What?
out for you. is
What
peculiar.
fucking
check
god? Yeah, roll an insight check.
I'm trying to glean if she's hiding something about powers or like try to get a gist of her fighting style, I guess, or like
Natural 20, look at that.
I mean,
That was
Selena just
amazing.
thinks
Selena!
Like, Selena is very
Scaldo,
skeptical,
roll
but-
the appropriate roll.
Zed,
Yeah, Ren doesn't believe shit.
Zed, according
That doesn't even know
as
what
far
a
as you could
paladin
tell,
is.
Okay.
that's true. Well, okay, well, maybe neither of you really know what's going on. Selena, Scalda believes every word she is saying. She is emphatic. She keeps reverently touching the symbol on her chest, like she's almost not worthy to touch it.
What god are you following there, Holy Red?
I'm following the last ember, the last divine.
All right, I
Amaranth.
need you to. Okay, I need you to unpack that for me because it sounds like nonsense. So who is that?
He is what I said, the last ember, the last spark of divinity in Amaranth. When all
Hasn't
abandoned
got a name?
the Anth, that's
You
what he
sure you
told us
didn't-
to call him.
Sure you didn't fix her? She's still dehydrated or something. That potion work?
I was
no,
raised to follow the last ember from birth.
So
My
your
parents before me.
crazy.
There's many of us. There's a whole temple
Where?
in southern Ceres in the Ashfall. Well, on the crust of the Glaive Caldera. There's a temple.
What the hell is this? There's a temple?
Yes. For the followers of the Last Ember.
Do people
Actually, it's
vandalize
insane.
it?
No, we live there.
I don't understand how you could possibly have a thriving faith.
Well, the thriving's maybe.
I get it.
He was
small.
weak. He is gathering
Because
his
he's an emperor.
followers.
So,
I
like-
am one of those followers. I am one of his paladins.
All right.
It
What
sounds
does
like
he
a
And
look
he's
like?
giving you power to do stuff. But you're tapped
What-
right now
Mhm.
because
Because
you got
I'm weak.
thrown out of the sky. I get
Yes.
it. All right.
Yes.
All right. What is this? What is this? Have you seen this person?
Yes.
What does he
And I
look like?
communicate with him.
It's 100% a cult.
Okay.
All right, let's get moving. Let's find
What-
somewhere safe. She is not.
Oh,
a
hold
werewolf.
on. I mean, one of my tenets is that I spread his word, so I may as well answer your questions about him.
Yes. Do you have a pamphlet?
No. I just tell you with my
it's a
mouth.
shame.
Does he make you drink juice at the end and ascend?
I mean, most people drink liquids to live. He's wreathed in flame. Of course he is. He is the last ember. He is the child of Ana. Everyone else has fled, including his mother, but he is the last one. The only
Does he got
one who
wings?
thought that we were worth fighting for. And he can
He got
fly. I
horns on
don't
his
know.
head?
No. No. I have
Just
not
checking.
seen horns.
Just checking.
No, there's no
I mean, he
horns.
could. He could if he wanted to, I assume, but he has never displayed himself to me with horns.
All right.
And he's given me many blessings, and he could give all of you blessings too.
I'm good.
I rolled
That's what
really
they
low
all
on my
say.
insight. I think she's bullshitting. Oh, yep. Let's.
I
just-
can demonstrate my power to you as soon as I'm recovered.
Let's just get you somewhere safe and get you on your way, okay?
You
As
will
you-
not be the first to respond that way to me, and you will not be the last. But you will see.
Boy, I wonder why.
Red posts up on the outside of the Brahma. What in the cult bullshit is this?
It's fucking.
You're fucking telling
Yeah.
me, right?
Uh-huh.
I've been doctoring with my hands and my needles and my thread.
Erin looks
For a
at
long
you,
time.
Ren, and she just whispers, "I miss bells."
And I gotta say, ain't
Me
never
too,
had
Aaron.
any
Me too.
divine anything offering me so much as a comment when I sneezed.
You didn't know who you needed to pray to, but now you do.
I know who to pray to, all right, and I pray to these. She laughs. She just like shakes her fist in the air.
I can tell you my story later. I'm sure that will
Uh-huh.
convince you.
I'm sure it'll something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Where would you like me to ride?
You are gonna sit right there, and you are not gonna try to walk on those legs.
Sure.
Let you heal up. I lost one patient today. I'm not fucking around anymore.
I'll take the outside. Somebody get spotter seat. We need to find a good spot to get a reprieve.
Let me do it. I need to do something.
Ricky, you good drive? I can always take the wheel if need be.
I don't mind sitting outside.
You're good in here, and I'm gonna lean over to Ricky and kind of just look at her and like turn my head and go. Like, I don't know if you're looking at Discord, but I'm doing the like she's a little
Yeah.
crazy. Be careful. Like raise my eyebrows and. Ooh. So
Yeah, you do that. Ricky I'll just pat the sword at my side. Kind of wink.
Thumbs up, and then I will go out on the outside with Ren to make room for her inside.
Go to
We
the
need
spot.
we need to build a pyre as soon as we get there.
Did you say pyre? I'm a big fan of those. I could give your fallen companion last rites, if you'd like. Maybe help their
Soul's
soul
not
find the
there.
afterlife.
You know what? I'm curious enough to see this. Yeah, sure.
All jokes aside, right now her soul's not there. This is a very unfortunate event.
Yeah,
No, I know.
If we could have found her soul,
then she wouldn't still be dead. So let's
In the means to bring her back, Soul's not there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you're getting the gravity of the situation.
I get that we need to move, and then we'll talk about it when we get there.
that's the wisest thing you said.
So, as you drive the Brahma heading further along these battlegrounds, they're not even in front of Gorgonfell. This siege was broken long before it ever actually got to the town. And as you're making your way, time is passing and the suns are dropping and it's getting later and later. All the while, you're looking for a place that you might be able to secret away the Brahma for repairs and for your own recovery. Roll survival checks. Anybody who wants to.
Even if driving?
Even if driving, you're looking out the thing. You're looking out the vehicle.
Ooh. Sure, why not?
Everyone's kind of wiped. Oof. You know what? I'll do it just for funsies, just to see what happens. Fucking amazing.
Yeah, treat yourself.
Treat myself.
Not gonna lose 2 in one game.
You. Don't tempt me. Okay.
I rolled a 21 with a natural 20.
Okay. As you guys are heading forward, you find yourselves driving up next to a narrow little stream that has a bridge running over it. And the bridge has a nice deep recess underneath it. Very shadowed, very hidden. A perfect place to hide the Brahma away. Plenty of cover from vision in all directions. Seems like the perfect spot. And as the suns are dropping, you don't really think you're going to find a better one.
Is this where we're resting? Looks like a good enough spot to me.
Looks like a good spot to get to work. Let's pack it in.
Sounds good to me. She like pokes Zed. Hey.
Yeah. Yeah, let's do it.
I reckon it's the one who's driving.
All right. So,
All right, we definitely need somebody to charge one of these batteries. I'm going to start tackling this resistance repair, and there's plenty to do.
You tell me how, I can help.
You just sit on your keister. I cannot tell you how many times.
Mhm.
You need to rest. Heal up.
I just wanted to talk to you briefly. Ren, if you could help Selena with the repairs, Ricky, if you can get some food going in there and keep a watch.
Yep. All right. I'll be your Johnny on the spot.
Okay,
What do you
Johnny,
need?
come on over here.
what does
I
that
just
mean?
wanna get you a brief talk with you. Kind of let
Sure.
you know what we got going on. You want the
Lay it
long
on me.
story short? You want the long story short?
Whatever you wanted to tell me.
I know you got your whole thing going on right now,
Mm-hmm.
regardless of if that's what you believe or what you think that's the truth or anything. Right now, for a lot of us, with the mention of God's sore subject.
Oh, I know. You're not the
Mhm.
first non-believers I've met. In fact, most people I meet are non-believers.
You just lost a crewmate
Mhm.
to a commander of the Night Star, Star of the Night,
Or
Star.
followers of the star.
Followers of the
Followers of
star.
the Star.
Nailed it.
Commander followed the star, completely eviscerated her soul. We had the means to bring her back. There's no last rite, as you call it, or whatever that is.
Sorry, what was your name again?
Zed.
Zed. Even if to you it does nothing, if I do this. But would you be willing to do it if there was a fraction of a chance that her soul could be at least put to rest properly in an afterlife that most people never get to go to?
Last thing I need is this false sense of security. It's not gonna help me personally, but
But what if it helps your fallen comrade?
seemed kind of mulling over because it was never even like a consideration prior to. She was a logical one. I don't think she would have. She was in my shoes right now. She'd probably be disagreeing with you. But
That's the thing about
there's
hope. It's not often logical.
problem is logic usually keeps us safe and hope doesn't out here. So
That's not
kinda
how
tend
I've
to,
experienced things, but I'm willing to show you that. Bring my hope into this party. My faith that things will get better.
more of a man of action than faith or hope. It's just
Luckily, I can do both.
asset to asset. But yeah, in regards to this, I think it's beating a dead horse. But he genuinely, and he's gonna kind of say this quieter away from everybody. You genuinely believe this, don't you?
Yes, with every piece of me. I was raised in the temple. I've seen him. I've felt his presence. I wield his magic. My parents did before me, and my grandparents before them. He's the last one, Zed.
False hope is dangerous, at least for me.
But think how powerful real hope is.
It's beyond my grasp of reason. If there's any God left in this world, I don't want anything to do with him. I've seen what goes on here, what they've left us with. Not a fan of any of them. Here
That's
or
because
not.
they all abandoned us, except one.
Well, my God's honest truth, my belief.
Mm-hmm.
My belief is somebody powerful is probably behind this God thing that you say it is, but that's what keeps you going. That's what keeps you going. I'm not one to snuff out your light. Just don't think it's gonna brighten mine.
Okay. I
Stay
accept
with
that.
us for now till we figure out what's going on. Try to get your crew. Whatever the case may be. We are mid mission. We can't send you back or anything like that. You
If I
really
can get
want
to walking again, I can help you. I have a mission of my own. For the army and for, well, you know. For him.
no. This guy's gotta be a smooth talker, huh?
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, for the moment being, all of our lives collectively, including yours now. Priority.
Okay. I can agree to
Live
that.
for live for our comrades we die from. Preferably live.
Preferably.
You're gonna love Ricky's food.
Oh, good. I'm fucking starving. That rejuvenation thing you gave me cut
That
the
was a hell of
hunger,
a
but that
potion, though.
doesn't make up for, like, roast beef, you know.
I don't know if you're familiar, but that was a greater restoration potion that was A very rare.
Oh, I'm not. That magic is beyond me at the moment, but maybe someday.
It helped you out. It helped you out. That's all that matters.
I'm grateful.
Let's get this camp set up. You can take a rest, load off, wait for some food. Be as useful as you
Okay.
want to. No pressure.
She'll begrudgingly sit back. It looks like she wants to do stuff, but the Physiker yelled at her the last time she tried to stand up, so she sits down.
You notice sitting on top of the Brahma and like running an oilcloth around a lot of the joints and mechanisms on the cannon, Aaron is just eyeballing you.
Scalda like waves. Hey.
Aaron might be the only one that sees this. As I kind of go back, I turn around. He does this like inquisitive eyebrow thing as he turns his back. Like, you know how he raises one, like kind of thinking, and just like a very slight grin. And then he kind of shakes it off and gets back to his serious self and starts setting up camp. Probably only Aaron would see that.
You're like, she
Aaron and I are
narrows her eyes.
tackling
Huh?
Repairs.
Okay. Aaron does not respond to your wave. She...
Scalda does not look bothered.
Okay.
In like the kind of like the face you kind of make when a child doesn't act right, and you're just like, what can you do? It's kind of the way Scalda responds to that.
Gonna get murdered.
There.
Ricky, what are you doing?
I was told to make dinner, so I'll be making dinner, but not like I would have been keeping an eye, I think, on that conversation only because earlier Zed had been like, watch this person. Like Zed had shown that he was not trustful. So I think not enough to like have like been like hearing the conversation, but I would have had a bit of an eye on that, but also making a meal since that's what I was asked to do.
Sure. What does Ricky trying to keep an eye on this person look like? Because Ricky's not subtle. I gotta know, like, what does this look like?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just like distracted cooking, right? So maybe like if I've
Stirring a
got like
pot with,
pot
like,
or
full eye
something, yeah,
contact.
it's like, oh no, right? Like things are smoking a little. Yeah, it will not probably be the best meal Ricky has ever done. Just because I've already lost one person today, and if my like, accepted leader has just like walked off with a person he's like, keep your eye on, I will have been continuing to do that.
Do you want to roll survival at disadvantage to represent that?
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
Okay, we'll do that. Okay.
Good roll.
Even
I'd say it's even
distracted.
Ricky's worse.
Yeah. Even distracted, Ricky, you do a reasonably good job of cooking up rations to be a decent dinner. And while you might burn a couple of the herbs and some of the butter is a little too black, you're pretty satisfied with whatever it is that you make, despite that. Roll me a d8. Everyone who eats Ricky's campsite dinner gains 4 temporary hit points.
Well, very good.
Ren and Selena, you two are trying to handle the repairs on the Brahma. And we're going to handle this one piece at a time, but I've already broken down the list of what needs to be repaired. The armor, the magical resistance module, and the batteries.
I wanted to start with the magical resistance module, and I think someone needs to recharge the battery. I don't know if Ren wants to do that, or if we want to grab a third person.
Recharging the battery literally is an action. You literally, you sit in the Brahma, and you connect the fully charged battery to the empty one, and you hold it there and wait until it leaches some power, and then you let it do its thing. It is extremely simple. It's not anything... Yeah, anybody can do it. It's just an action in combat that it...
Okay. All right. Well, then I want to start with the
magic resistance module.
Okay, that is the most difficult arcane task.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
So go ahead and roll me first an Arcana to understand what's wrong with it.
Hey, Aaron, want to do something cool?
Maybe. What's your definition of cool?
Is he helping me?
I can't. Yeah, I was just gonna have Aaron hold the battery while it recharges.
Okay.
Um,
Then,
'Cause you didn't
then
want
that
to?
will be a
I will help
19.
you.
You could just say, hey, Aaron, recharge the battery. I don't need you to baby talk me. Jesus fucking Christ. I don't even know who that is. And Aaron climbs into the Brahma and starts performing the
You
action
can always
to
pray
recharge
to
the
the
battery.
last ember.
That doesn't mean anything. You're crazy. And Aaron starts charging the battery.
Thank
So
you.
19 on the Arcana.
The magical resistance module is a device that you, as a person, don't really understand how it works. But you understand that it does work, and right now it is not. It seems to run on some form of electricity. No, as you look inside it, you detach it from the roof inside the Brahma, and you see that it has taken... There's a lot of connections that are clearly broken away from where they're supposed to be. And as you have separated it from the actual Brahma, repairing it is not going to cause you any damage, but if you fail to repair it, you might destroy the module. So, I need a Tinker Tools check. The DC is high.
And
I
is
will
that
give you
with plus
guidance.
2 because of the multi-tool?
What? Say that
He
again?
has the +2.
Yes, the
multi-purpose tool.
plus two is from the all-purpose tool.
Okay.
And a guidance.
Is he also assisting me, or is it
Yeah.
just... Can I use his assistance to roll this at advantage?
Yeah, that's the point of...
Okay.
Yes.
I was just checking, because that was a shit roll.
It was indeed.
Okay. That's way
Better.
better.
With a 25, you repair...
Wait, let me roll the guidance, too, just in case.
Mhm.
That didn't
You've
do
already
anything.
succeeded. Okay.
I just want to see how high I get,
Sure.
okay?
Okay.
There.
You
26.
repair it super great.
Okay.
You repair the magical resistance module back to full functioning.
Okay.
It's still a little dented and banged up on the outside, but it's going to function just fine as it's meant to.
So the last time we talked about the other battery issue, it sounded like we were going to need to find another source of supply.
Yes.
Okay. So that's not really something that we can...
You now have an all-purpose tool +2, which can be used as a jeweler's kit.
Oh.
Which means you can, using Banasite powder and the destroyed Banasite batteries that exist, you can recrystallize more Banasite into a crystal the same size and dimensions as one of the existing batteries. But it
Okay,
is
let's try
dangerous.
that.
It is dangerous and difficult and takes time.
Okay.
Crystallizing Banasite into a crystal form, making crystalline Banasite, is difficult. And you can only do basically one overnight.
Okay.
What you do is you
Well, technically-
you set it up and then you hope it works the next morning.
Okay. So we'll do that.
Okay. So you're going to use the all-purpose tool to roll me a jeweler's kit roll. Which in this case,
Int or Dex?
it's int.
Okay. Fuck me.
I'm still helping
You helping
you.
me, Ren?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you proficient in jeweler's kit? Or, yeah, in jeweler's kit here.
Not jeweler's kit, but I
Yeah, then I guess he can't help me.
Not in this case. It's the sort of thing where it's a one-person job, and There's
Flash of
Okay.
genius.
Well, yeah, I guess I could flash a genius. I don't know if it's gonna help though.
It's +5, isn't it?
it is +5,
Okay,
but
so with the guidance,
19.
I could bring it up to 19, which is still probably not enough.
it is. I mean, this isn't the sort of thing that you can tell until the
find out.
morning.
Yeah, we'll find out tomorrow. Okay, time to tackle the armor.
All right.
This is lots of metalworking.
Yep.
So, smith's
And I
tools,
can,
and you can help.
All right.
I'll hold the armor in place while
You have 8 smithing checks to roll here. There are
Oh my
8 pieces of armor that need to be rebuilt. Yo, the Brahma got fucked up.
I did.
But that could have
Yeah.
been one of you, so...
Bell's bombed us.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like an idiot. Don't know her.
Okay.
So yeah, Ren's just holding up the armor plates with all his strength.
So roll all of these at advantage.
Oh.
Because he's helping you.
Okay.
So we'll say that's just the first one, and it was a 27.
Okay.
So now roll the rest at advantage, so we don't have to sift through all these rolls.
Yeah.
Okay.
Doo-doo-doo. That's a nice one. Natural 20. And on we go. She's gonna... At some point, she probably starts whistling while she's doing this. That's one thing you don't do with human patients. Unless they're unconscious, then it doesn't matter.
3 more, please.
Yeah, it's my nice patient. Being real cooperative. Ooh, that one was only a 20. And I think this is the last one.
It is.
Okay.
Okay. With your efforts on the whole, you restore Razgar's revenge back to full HP.
And then Selena will just lie down on the ground next to the Brahma and like, oh!
All that is remaining is the batteries need to be repaired or replaced. And you have
Yeah.
one crystallizing
probably-
overnight.
Yeah, but that's going to be a long, slow process over the course of
Yes.
time.
You have, so there's like an assortment of clamps around this small little canvas ball, basically. And you look at it, and you're worried that if you look at it too long, it'll mess up, so you leave it alone.
Yep.
A picture of a dwarf. Okay. As you you finish the repairs on the Brahma, it is running on reduced power because of the reduction in number of batteries, but the hull looks not brand new, but it looks solid. Looks like it will resist blows once more. And as the Brahma seems to be, you know, comfortably situated, we need to figure out a watch order. So, let me go ahead and pull you guys over to camp watch order. All right. Scalda, are you taking a watch?
Oh yeah,
Who's on what watch?
she's gonna stroll around after
Yeah.
Selena's asleep.
I would like to watch with Zed if that's all right with everybody.
I'm gonna kind of throughout the process. Before we go into watch, I'm gonna because the last thing I kind of gave was telling Ricky she was crazy. I don't know if she's trustworthy or not, Ricky. Might be. definitely believes what she says, so she might be a little crazy, but just be careful of what you believe from her, okay?
Ricky, I'll just look at you and like shake my head, like, yeah, I can do that.
Yeah. She believes it, but it'll kind of just,
Uh,
Ricky will just kind of keep nodding at you, like, yeah, I understand.
You're
Maybe
all
take
on
watch.
the same watch that's gonna gossip about me.
Maybe no. I was just about to say maybe take watch with her. See what you can get out of Ling from her.
I don't
You
want to
know.
watch with Aaron.
No, I was telling her you go and watch with Ricky. Second watch.
Oh, well, sure, yeah, I'll watch whatever you want.
okay, so first watch. Zed and Ren.
Zen, if you will.
As we are about to begin watches, we're going to go ahead and take a quick 5-minute break.
Okay.
All right, we're back. We are refreshed, and before we actually begin our long rest, you had a plan.
Yeah.
Gonna
Set
burn
up
a
a
kitty.
pyre. Yep. Set up a pyre
Smoke
for
that
bells.
kitty cat.
Okay. As you begin to burn the body of Bells, after thoroughly looting it, I'm sure, what does your rite look like, Scalda?
Well, if nobody seems to like step forward to prevent her from performing this, she will nod appreciatively with like a little smile, like, "Wow, they're letting me do this. People rarely do." Well, she'll first ask, "Do you want me to be the one to light it, or just perform the rite? Because the lighting usually goes into the rite, but I know I didn't know her."
Be honest, you're doing this on a empty vessel. Do as you want.
All right, sounds good.
As long as the
And
dead won't rise, I don't think it
no,
matters who lights the pyre.
okay. It's clear as she like prepares the body and she arranges it in a careful way and she lights candles to surround it. It's very methodical. It's definitely not something she's making up on the spot. It's something that she has either participated in many times or has witnessed others do many times. This is not an unfamiliar routine or ritual for her. And when everything is prepared and she seems ready, she will say out loud, "At first you must know darkness to know light, and one must be broken before they can believe. Ember, I ask that you find the soul wherever it may be, and escort it where it belongs, as you are the only one left who can." And she will cast Burning Hands and immolate the corpse.
As burning hands washes over the body,
And her fire is like pure white.
all of the flames gather at the end of the burning hands as if swirling. And as it does, you see above Bells' body is a coalescing form. A humanoid-shaped individual kneeling over Bells' body. A sword in his hands. And as it all is almost as though it's rendering before you, this is what you see.
Oh shit!
As that happens,
Does he materialize, or is it like
it's like a vision of
facade?
this individual.
Yeah.
And as he appears, you here. It is to my domain that this vessel is turned to ash. Forever shall this spirit live on in immortality, though this body has no soul. Its life shall be immortalized in our memories. And the blade of the sword seems to, like, cleave through the body of Bells, and as it does, her form turns to ash completely. Skeleton, bones, flesh, clothes, all of it is immediately turned to black, ashen dust. And as the spell ends, so too the form disappears.
Did I just witness what the fuck I think I just witnessed?
Maybe. Depends on what you're thinking.
Think if you're a good illusionist, or I'm still fucking wounded from that boulder that hit me.
Hey, what the fuck?
Ren is trying to make a logical connection to the world through what he's studied, through all the tutors that he's had. Does that entity make any sense besides a god? He's trying to make a connection somewhere else that besides divinity.
Well, firstly, you know that Skalda was exhausted and only just restored. And you know that powerful illusion magic is probably not in a paladin's repertoire, or at least not in holy magic. You don't think that was an illusion. Roll an Arcana check, I guess.
Okay. 25.
It's pretty good.
That is pretty good. It was a powerful entity, one that could pay attention. You don't know if it was a god or not, but they were clearly paying attention, and they clearly appeared, performing rites of death.
Ren's brow will furrow so deeply right now. He's confused.
I go, would I think that? Would I think that this is something that's like something beyond the power of my patron? Like, would I think that whatever that just happened is beyond the power of at least my patron per se?
Two.
Like, can I surmise that this may be like a warlock patron?
You've never seen your patron do anything that hands-on.
Yeah.
That
But
doesn't
ask her.
mean that doesn't mean no, but it does mean that seems really
So
specific.
not out of the realm of reason, but not definitive. Gotcha.
Selena is going to turn her alchemy jug to wine and
Yep.
pour
now
some.
you're thinking.
She's going to take just like a skinful of it from the jug and toss it onto the flames.
Oh, yeah, for her. That's fair.
It's an alchemy jug. We can all have some.
Well, thank you for letting me perform that right.
I usually keep it clear in case we need fresh water, but this seemed like a time when everybody could use a drink.
Your patron's a little more powerful than mine.
God.
Same time.
Well, I had a hell of a day. I'm going to go to bed. and let you grieve privately.
You don't mind if you can take a second watch?
Of course. Whatever you need me to do. I'm part of the team now. I hope.
You are.
Inside check.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't roll great. 11.
I mean, you can kind of tell that you're Serisian, you're alive. He means it.
All right. She will go to bed comfortably then. She'll
How
hobble
much depth
away.
to it? Man.
Does she take any of the wine?
Oh yeah, she.
Okay.
My last name is Barrel Brew. She downs a hearty glass before she goes to bed. She seems very pleased about it.
Yeah. It's not the best wine ever. Because the alchemy jug only makes vintages with which Selena is familiar. So it's just like probably the last wine she had at a pub back at home.
Mhm.
So like some red something.
Not the best, but passable.
I mean, to Skalda, it's amazing. She thought she was gonna die
Yeah, fair.
under that cloak, so she's happy. She goes to bed with a little smile on her face.
Okay.
And she believes, she even thinks internally, thank you for showing them. I think we're on the right path.
Roll a charisma check.
Just a
Plus
charisma check?
proficiency.
Oh, okay. I'll take that. 12.
With a 12, considering the proximity to the right, you hear. My wonders would not be spread well if I was silent, would it?
Of course not.
Keep at it, my little spark.
Of course.
And you settle in to try and rest. First watch. Zed and Ren.
Mhm.
The pyre dying down from the remains of the fire. Go ahead.
Said.
You're
Zed is
maybe a little
befuddled.
distracted, yeah.
He's befuddled. He's trying
Yeah.
to work this out.
What
in his
did I
mind.
just see? Hi,
Can I give you advantage because I got a thing I
Roll
want to
it.
do.
I'm already outside smoking. Just roll
Even
Uh,
two sheets of cigarette after that.
it.
I mean, okay. All right, I lost my freaking.
You want me to come back inside and roll?
cheat?
You could just roll a d20 plus 4
Nope.
for Zed a second time.
I got it. I can click it.
That cold brew is delicious. I'm gonna get some more of that.
I'm gonna
Okay.
click it.
Ooh, I want some of that.
Last-
Okay.
I forgot.
Don't you
about
guys go to sleep at night?
it. Nah.
19. You want to do 100?
Nice.
Too?
I do.
13.
Nice. That's a fun number.
Okay.
Brad, did you want to talk about something?
I was hoping to do a thing, and I need someone to watch over me, if that's all right with you.
That's got to be like a patron like mine, right? There's not any gods left.
I recognized a powerful entity that was watching. That's all I can really glean from it.
So
I don't know
patron
exactly what it is.
has to be a patron. No other way, right?
I think you might be right, since,
Or
the
a
gods
demon?
have been silent for
Or
1,000 years.
The devil?
I don't think it was a
Powerful.
devil. I don't think it was a devil. I don't know what it
Regardless,
was.
Power like that's hard to come by.
Yeah.
She could be an asset.
Yeah. I agree.
Look, she's hot as fuck.
You say that.
Before, let me warn you about this.
It's a bomb.
When he kind of opens his palm where the gem is, that's embedded in it, and he'll just kind of show you the gem within.
That was from Rasgar. Joe was holding on to it, stuck in there, huh?
Yeah. So when I died, I met the entity within, or without. It's hard to explain, but there's a connection above this world, and that entity is, I'm guessing, watching through this thing. He'll just kind of like rub the gem in his palm.
Potential asset. Friend. Own agenda. Get anything from.
All of the above and none of the above?
Today's a fucking day, huh?
Yeah. Regardless, what happened, the vision I saw when I was outside my body, I could see the entire world from afar. Like I was a star in the sky, far away.
Are we aware of the astral sea?
Sure.
Like on the astral sea, or
No. Like, I just look up into the night sky.
You're aware of the cosmos as well. It's different.
I literally could see the entire world, and it was very small. It was like if I could reach out, it could fit into the palm of my hand. All of Amaranth.
There is. This ain't a coincidence that we're all together, huh?
Not much of a believer in fate, but I do think there are certain things that happen because of a cause and effect.
Even if there ain't gods, there's still entities more powerful than us.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I kind of like grab my tattoo. I know that better than a lot. I don't know if at this point, I don't know if I told anybody. My patron brought me into their realm, dimension, site once. One of the most beautiful things I've ever seen. Like a perfectly painted, moving portrait of sea and sky and colors. At this point, I fucking believe almost anything outside of gods.
Well, I saved a bit of energy to allow myself to access the gem. I wanted to ask the entity another question. Will you watch over me? Because I'm pretty sure it'll make me unconscious.
Yeah, I could do that.
Thank you. And I use my last level, first level spell slot, and pour it into the gem. in my palm.
Okay.
I sit down before I do that so I don't fucking bang my head.
You're a big guy. I'm not catching you.
Okay. You do that. Well, hold on a minute.
Okay. My apologies. I didn't think of this until after Bells died.
Oh, it's fine. Roll me a wisdom save.
Okay.
You asked for this.
I did. 5.
You are suddenly pulled into the opal lair. It is instantaneous and terrifying. It is also brutally cold. You can breathe, but it is so freezing. You immediately suffer 15 points of cold damage
Yikes.
as you
Well, you too.
are shivering.
Okay. Does this translate into the material? Like,
Oh yeah.
did
You suddenly okay, so Zed, you see Ren, his head slumps down, and immediately he begins to shiver, and you see ice forming on like his chin and hair.
Yeah, I'm going to do 2 things real quick. I'm gonna put 2 points of Bastion Law on him, so like a protective ward, 2d8s of damage. I don't know if he's taking damage or not outside, and then I will cast Protection from Good and Evil, I guess.
Okay. You do that.
Probably.
Ren, you find yourself once more staring at this great worm, this opalescent dragon that is ever alert and awake and chained. You have returned.
I have.
In the mortal form. You will perish should you stay long. You can feel the void pulling at you. It will tear you asunder should you dally.
And I have a quick question for you.
Speak.
You have a good view of Amaranth. Do you watch everything that goes on? Can you see everything?
No. But I can see much. Only fools declare omniscience.
Can I ask you for a favor?
No. Was that your question?
No. I'm hoping, or my hope was, to see if you knew where the leader of the followers of the star was. If you could see his presence on Anth.
His presence. Mars Ceres. Like a cancer that spreads. It originates from within the impasse.
The impasse. And is that where this Mythalar is?
I cannot see a Mythalar. I cannot see any Mythalar.
He'll bow his head. Thank you.
You are welcome. Though for what, I am not sure.
Plan is to rid Ceres of its cancer.
Be careful the rot does not spread to you.
He bows his head again. Last thing. What can I call you?
Ryzen Kanin.
I might need a type that typed out.
Just scroll
but-
over it in the.
Hover over it.
It's right
It
there.
Oh.
says his name.
Oh, I didn't even scroll over it. Okay. Rise and Conan. All right. Thank you. He'll bow his head again and attempt to leave this place.
Roll a wisdom save.
Oh, shit. Is it advantage for the protection or no? Just straight?
No.
Perish.
You ain't got no
Three!
protection against
This
Pumpkin.
is...
Good luck.
You are
guess
still
you live here
here.
now.
You suffer 15 cold damage.
I will use... Can I use the Bastion?
Yeah.
Or is that...
You
okay.
2d8
All right.
you can roll.
2d8? All right. It was 15?
Yes. As he sees you suffering, freezing, trying to leave, Ryzen Kanin says, "Perhaps you will think twice before returning in mortal form."
It was important. But yes. I'll think twice.
As you try and concentrate, again, roll me another wisdom save.
Holy shit.
11?
You take another 15 cold damage.
Okay.
Is he
What am I
looking
saying?
colder to Zed?
Yeah, he's freezing. Zed, you
Yeah.
see Ren's body, like, slowly getting covered in frost.
Can you send me out of here?
No,
Hard lesson to learn, I guess.
Okay.
I am
Uh,
chained to my prison.
19!
You succeed.
There we go.
Suddenly, the
The
vision,
panic sets in.
the vision is gone, and you are back in your body.
Am I still shivering?
You don't take any more cold damage, but you have lost that health. You are. It's
Okay.
cold as shit.
This
You
guy
get-
was, like, over you trying to warm me up a little bit. The fuck is going on in there? You
Like
good?
it's cold.
Roll me an
Yeah.
Arcana check.
Me or him?
Me?
You, the guy who's freezing.
Oh. Arcana. Alright, it's 19 again.
You are suddenly aware that the reason it's so cold is that you were in the open cosmos looking at Anth from space.
I was in space.
I mean, like, actually
Yeah.
up there, not different dimension, peering through.
Nope. Yep.
The fuck is that gem?
No idea. What's the impasse?
Do I know what the impasse is?
Yeah, the impasse is the massive mountain range that splits Ceres down the middle.
Yeah, it's the mountain range. Northwest.
It's home
Leader
to
is
dwarven
there.
kingdoms. It's it's very difficult to cross, hence the name. It's big.
It's a big area to cover.
He's there.
In it, on top of it, I mean, it's hundreds of miles long at least. Probably more.
Ryzen Conan said his presence was in the impasse.
I super thought you were going to ask if it was a god.
In the,
Uh,
that
No.
we're calling the gym.
Like sane people,
being
we
in
do not
space.
believe in gods.
That's
Is
just
that what we're
close-minded
calling
thinking.
the space gym god?
What?
Is that what we're calling the space gem
It's a
creature
dragon.
god? Oh.
There are god dragons. Word.
Okay. All right. I think I need to get some sleep today. It's been too eventful.
I can watch the rest.
No, I'll finish the shift. We're almost done.
Got
Nothing.
another cigar.
Spark up.
All right. That's it.
As you guys finish your watch, it passes by without event. And Ricky and Scalda, you guys are awoken for your watch.
Good nap.
You can both complete a short rest if you like, as you have just
Sure
taken
did.
one, basically. You're awake. I need perception checks from both, or one of you at advantage.
How about I help you out, Ricky?
Okay. Yeah, I would say Ricky's not going to help you. So
One of you's got to be looking around. 17.
I fucking
Okay.
love Ricky. Ricky's my favorite. She's a rider. Straight up rider.
Roll a D100.
Skull's like the nicest girl ever. Ricky's like, not having it. Told you not.
Back temptress.
Okay. Do you have any
96.
conversations or
6.
anything?
I mean, Scalda is perfectly pleasant. She will engage in conversation if Ricky's interested. She'll ask, she'll ask Ricky where she's from, how she joined the Serisian Royal Army. She's all ears.
yeah, you're getting like one word answers from Ricky. Ricky's got like I got my great axe out, just like holding it at the ready.
That's a
Like
beautiful
sit
weapon.
across from you. You know, it's gotten a lot of work.
Mileage. Yeah.
Ricky, with a 17, you notice something that you didn't notice before. In the dim firelight, behind Scalda, you see her shadow reflected on the wall, on the stone cliff beneath the bridge. Above her shadow, you see the strange deformation, as if there is heat rising from the shadow.
From her shadow.
Yes.
She's that hot.
Womp womp.
I take it all back. It's all completely mundane. Move on with your lives.
That's
Oh my god. No, that is there.
Okay, so her heat rising off her shadow.
Yeah.
Okay. That will probably mean nothing to Ricky other than it's strange.
That's
So I'll
weird.
file that away.
Okay.
Nothing
Nothing
But I'll
unusual
just
here.
keep watching, and finally, Scalda, before it'll be halfway through the watch, I'm gonna finally just say, why you? Why did he choose you? Your
Well,
people. There's a lot of
well.
good people in this world. A lot of good people.
Yeah, you're right.
They don't have anybody like him.
I know. I was lucky.
Why?
Well, my story is a pretty simple one. My grandpa, Burin, his village was destroyed by undead. Tale as old as time in these parts. His wife was killed, his children were killed, and he had nothing left, so he wandered into the Ashfall and expected to die. But he didn't. He was on the verge of death when he found the temple on the outskirts of the Glaive Caldera in the south of Ceres. And there were people there tending this temple in the name of the last Ember. He'd been guided there, and it saved his life, just as it saved those people's lives. And he gave them power for their worship, just as they said the gods used to. And he stayed there. And he met another woman, and he had children, like my mother, and she had me. And we've always served him. After the gods left and he was the last one, he was very weak. Because God's power comes through worship. The more worshippers, the more power. It's your faith that bolsters them, and they in turn bolster you. So, every so often he selects someone from the temple, who he calls an emissary, to go out in the world and share his power. To bring the blessings that people have prayed for and not had answered. I am that answer. That's why me. I was lucky.
But it's not you. It's not even your mom. It was your grandpa.
Mhm.
What did you do? What makes you better than others?
I didn't say
I've
I
known
was
really
better than
good
anyone.
people and they just died.
I know for certain that I'm not better than most people, because I'm not blessed the same way my sisters were, or my brother, or my mother. They were particularly blessed by the Ember, and I'm still trying to prove myself. I'm lucky that he picked me to let me prove myself, but there are luckier people who didn't have to try as hard to earn it. And I feel like that's probably just something wrong with my character that I still need to fix. I don't know. I can't pretend to know why a god does what he does, or why he chose to save my grandfather and he didn't save others. But he did, and that's why I'm here. And now I'm with you, and I hope I can help you, and in that same way, he's helping you. Through me.
Ricky's gonna just kind of stare, like listening, right? But stare at you, and like slowly say, "Well, I'm sure you're a good person, but I don't want his help. I don't want your help. He let good people die. People who are really important to me."
He wasn't strong enough to help then. The more people who give their faith to him, the more people he can help. It's unfortunate, and I'm sorry you've lost people. But hopefully in the future we can stop that from happening. My whole mission is to spread his word and cleanse the rot with fire. That's the cleanest way to do it.
Like, Ricky will just kind of sit and take that in. Kind of nod, not like in agreement, but like in a like, okay, I heard you.
You said that.
Huh?
In a you sure said that kind of way.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Listen, Ricky. I've been out from my temple for over a year now, and every person I have ever met has laughed at me. And that's okay. They'll believe me or they won't, but if they do, they get so much more. You saw it.
Ricky will look right at you, like a deep, right? uh, I'm not laughing at you. I know how that can feel. I don't think you're silly. I don't think you're stupid. I don't think it's fair. And that makes me angry. And you're gonna see, like, if I can DM, right? Just a little bit of the rage, right? Just a little bit of, like, that, like, animal kind of flare will happen. Just a little bit. It makes me angry. And I'll, like, quickly grab that, like, sachet of herbs around my neck.
I understand. You don't have to accept his direct help, but if I'm here with you and I help, I'm doing his works. And that's just as simple as it gets.
I have, like, a quick grip on the axe, and I'll just say, people, my people, the people who are with me, are really important to me. I'll take your help and I'll help you, but I don't want his. You can tell him to leave me alone.
However you have to process it. Okay.
Ricky, a small spark burns the inside of your arm as it glances out from the fire. You don't know if it's coincidence or not. But in that moment, as you maybe recoil just slightly, probably quiet about it. I mean, Ricky's dealt with way worse. You hear something. Armored footsteps on the bridge above. And you hear the scrape of iron on stone behind it. You are suddenly keenly aware that you are not alone.
Hand gestures immediately to try and, like, explain what I've just heard. No noise. So, yeah, just...
She doesn't say anything, but she looks around and tries to listen.
Yeah, as you're trying to listen. One moment.
Oh, he's adding conditions to everybody.
Yep. This is what you see.
Uh-oh. Oh!
No.
And as you become aware of this patrolling force, you suddenly also become keenly aware your fire is still lit. And there's only a moment before
It's called
they
a
might
Prestige
discover
it.
you.
It's out.
As the fire and the
She,
smoke,
like, sucks it into herself, basically.
the last lingering smoke rises up. You hear, not innocent. The strange, undead language that you've heard the followers of the Star Soldiers, Ricky. You've heard them say this. That is where we're going to pick up next time.
Oh,
Bum,
buddy,
bum.
I am half health.
Yeah.
Hmm?
As we come to the end of the session, I want to thank you all for playing with me. I hope you had a good time.
Ah.
Before we get any farther... Oh, hold on. Bells is no more.
You just delete
Instead,
us.
Scalda's here. As we come to the end of the session, we must first give everyone an opportunity to vote for each other on a player's vote for inspiration. And we're going to start at the top. AJ, who did something that you liked this session?
I've been thinking about this. This was really hard. Your conversation with the head of that was incredible. I was loving the dive into like basically just like a chapter of Dostoevsky between Penn and Dooch. Everybody was so awesome tonight. But I feel like I have to give it to Penn because I'm so excited about this new character.
What the fuck is her deal?
You played it so well. It was just great. But yeah, like also props to everybody who like was setting you up, I feel. But yeah, I'm so excited for the new character.
Class.
Gosh.
Class
Honorable
will
mentions.
never forgive me.
No, I've already done it. It's fine.
Alright.
Honorable mentions to Sal for the moment with I'm blanking on his name. Followers of the Star, just like you said.
Geralt.
Also for this cultist new character. Honorable mention to that. And of course Zed for just everything you do as the leader of Rasgar's Revenge. Like it's
whether
great.
you like it or not, you're
Amazing.
the leader.
But my vote will go to Ricky for that conversation. I don't want to do anything to do with him. It makes me so angry. That was good. Real good. I liked that a lot. So,
Alright.
yeah, that's my vote.
Dooch.
I really liked what you had to say, Ricky, at the end. That had me go the process going through all of it, but I gotta give it to Penn for Scalda because of the depth, how much fun you seemed like you were having doing it, how into the character you got with it, your preparedness on it.
I'm ready to go full crazy, guys.
Yeah. I like it. I'm very
Thanks.
excited to see more.
Okay. Pen.
I think I had a lot of good conversations in character with a lot of different people. Honorable mention to Selena for like, like my answer was a bullet, and if I find him, I'll give him another. That was great. I really liked the back and forth with Zed, but that last conversation with Ricky I thought was really impactful. And you kind of touched on an internal struggle with her that like Ricky has no way of knowing, but like I'm excited for that. And I just, it's not fair. Just like she was saying, like, where the fuck has he been? Why the hell should I? Very valid question. Where was he? So my vote's for Ricky.
Okay. Last but not least, Sal.
I'm gonna echo what everyone has said about how there was a lot of great RP tonight, because there really was. But I do think I have to give it to Penn for bringing in the new character and embracing the being the paladin in this world where everyone is like, what the fuck? And I look forward to seeing how these interactions will go, because I mean, I'm basically playing the antithesis of a cleric. And I literally, on Selena's sheet, I have a thing in her face section, and it just says herself, because she has completely rejected all like outside force. Like, it's not that she doesn't think they exist.
But she doesn't
but
need their help.
She's made the determination that she is what there is. And so I'm very curious to see how this goes, and I appreciated you embracing that nonsense in this particular shade of this universe. I think it's going to be fun to see how this goes.
Thank you all for playing with me. Pen, You have earned the player's vote for inspiration.
Woo!
Well done. As we come
Can't
to
wait
the
to
end...
burn it on something dumb.
Oh, yeah. And as we come to the end of the session, thank you all for watching. To those of you who are at home or at work listening, hi, Penn, hi, class, hi, Emily, hi, everybody else.
Hi.
We love you all, and I wish you a good night.